You're watching Mail TV with the Asus X101 smart book, notebook, netbook actually. It costs below 200 bucks, 10.1 inch matte screen, and we have MeeGo installed, so that's why it's so cheap, and we only have 8 GB of storage inside. But actually on MeeGo you will probably not do too much productive work because it's all about, as you can see here, we have Facebook open, then you can browse the internet, listen to some songs and some music. We already plugged in a 2 GB USB stick, so you can check out some videos and images. There's a webcam, so for Skyping it should be perfect, or actually if you find on MeeGo something else that's similar, that should be fine too. Right now the device is, well, MeeGo just, isn't working perfectly right now, but let's just check out the hardware first. Close up the device and then you can see that it will boot up in about 20 seconds. So we have limited connectivity with only one USB on this side. We have power and fan. The fan is actually the only thing in this device that is rotating. There is no hard drive inside or nothing else that can break so easily. Then we have a micro SD card reader, not standard SD, headphone and microphone in one, another USB 2.0 and Kensington lock, and that's it. We have no LAN, no VGA, no nothing else. On the bottom you can change the RAM, and if you are really good with taking devices apart, you can of course put in maybe more than 8 GB of SSD space in this slim sub 1 kilo device with a battery life of about 5 hours. With Wi-Fi we would say, and the display brightness on medium, that we have about 3.5 hours. So as you can see, we have no F-row, and all the buttons are generally a little bit slimmer, and they don't give you a perfect feeling when you type, but for short text or just browsing through the web it should be fine, or writing some emails. Then we have here a really nice and big touch button, touchpad, and separate mouse buttons. So we have left and the right, and as you can see it's blinking right now. Of course, if you press one button it will boot up in about 10-15 seconds maybe, so it's pretty fast, as you can see here. But if you want to turn it off completely, which we have to do probably right now, because actually as you can see in the background there's all kinds of stuff happening, but nothing else is working here. I don't know why. We have to completely shut it down and reboot it again, so you can see a cold boot with this Asus X101. MeeGo was actually built for smartphones and tablet PCs, but you should be still able to use an external mouse or keyboard if you want to really use it for productive work, but I don't think that's necessary. We will demonstrate to you some videos, pictures, and it can't play MOV or MKV right now as far as we have seen, and we are not connected to anything for some reason. So how come is that? But still, let's check out some videos. And then if the Wi-Fi still doesn't want to connect to anything, we can connect again. Yeah, I mean, this is the problem with a not Windows system or a cheap system. It's not tested that well through. There's not so many customers that have sent in complaints or anything. As you can see, we are starting a standard X-Vid AVI movie right now. It recognized the USB device pretty quickly, and it should play it right about now, or even not. I don't know why. What's the problem right now? In the German version of this video we just played it well. Maybe the system is still booting up, but actually there shouldn't be too much in the background running, so there shouldn't be delays like this. We have 8 GB of storage inside, so not too much. I would probably recommend you, if you want a slim and sleek and good device, buy a 1015B by Asus, which has Windows, 250 GB disk space, an AMD processor with HDMI and USB 2.0, 3.0 actually even, and that one is available for about $250, so you don't have to pay that much more. So this is rather for little kids that only want to use their computer for do some research for the school. So let's go full screen. And you can see, okay, we have a standard video player. I think it's called Banshee or something like that. And as you can see, okay, X-Vids are playing fine. So let's close that up again, and then we go into the images. And open a 5 megapixel image and go to the next one and next one. There is no editing capabilities right now, but of course you can download some apps from the App Store, like at Apple, but Intel doesn't have too many apps in the Migo store right now, so you don't have to browse too much. As you can see here on the top, you have always all the zones available to you, so you can go quickly back to Facebook or Twitter, tweet something. You can see here what we opened previously. You can quickly open Asus Eee, for example. I don't know what that is for actually. I think it's some music player, a license agreement. Okay, of course, we love those. Nobody reads them. But I don't think that we have any music on here right now, but you can buy stuff here online. We don't want to do that right now. If you close up everything, then we should go back to the home screen. And then I can show you, for example, internet. Actually, let's open up a web page, but I think we are still not connected to the Wi-Fi. Yeah, exactly. So we have a home button. Let's go to the Wi-Fi, new connection, GCT2, and we have VPA. And then the password is quickly installed. So we are online right now. And this is actually the last thing then. So let's go to asus.com. And then you can see, okay, the display is pretty fine. From the side, you can still see all the colors. You can open the device up really widely. And thank you very much for watching Endeavor TV. This was a quick test or long test of the Asus X101 netbook. One last thing maybe, let me show you the camera in the apps. We have a lot of apps like Office, email and stuff like that. Even games, Sudoku and extras here, for example, browser, but let's go back to internet, or actually even media, exactly. Then we have audio recorder and webcam. So we have of course a webcam installed. You can see here, that's me in the picture, and this is actually it from the X101. Till next time, tune in again. My name is Balázs Gál, and thank you very much for watching Enable TV.